Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a Q&A from what you guys have asked me on Instagram and messaged me and all of that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I have coffee because mothers need coffee, and again, thank you for getting me this cup. I don't know if you still watch the videos, but thank y'all for getting me this cup. Me and Jay still use them. I'm gonna forever be a new mom, just forever. But they're so big, they hold so much coffee, it's excellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in to my Instagram. So if you guys are new, go ahead and subscribe, hit the little subscribe button, and I hope you hit the bell so you guys are notified for whenever I post. Okay, there it is. For some reason I lost my Instagram. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the messages ones first so I don't forget those. So the first question is, how long have you been married for? Crap. Well, I'm pretty sure it's either May 24th or May 25th. Can't remember. I will definitely insert a picture like right here of our little shirts that say it, because we do have shirts that say like married from my sister. So the next question is, do you have a favorite Disney character? If you do, which one? Love you. Like movie wise or like Disney Channel? Because movie wise, I love Ariel. I love her. In high school, we actually had those homecoming parade thingies. Well, I was in the anchor club and we were doing an Ariel thing, and I had dyed my hair red pretty recently before that. So my teacher was like, "Hey, you want to be Ariel?" And I was like, "Heck yes!" So that whole day I wore like Ariel leggings and an Ariel t-shirt, and then when it was time for the parade, I changed into this like green mermaidy kind of dress, and then I had a Prince Eric and like the float, like a girl with a crab and a bunch of stuff. So I love Ariel. I still love Ariel. She's my favorite Disney princess. And then I used to be obsessed with Disney Channel, but now I'm not sure. I probably don't even know what shows are on Disney Channel anymore. Back in the day, I loved That's So Raven. I know they have like a spin-off of Raven now where she's like a mommy. So who knows? Maybe that's good. But definitely Ariel and like princesses in general are like my favorite Disney thing. Let's see. I love watching Your Little Family. Thank you, from Lauren. Thank you. My question is, what is the hardest thing about becoming a mother at such a young age? Money. That is our hardest thing, at least. Our hardest thing is because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do not have a job where I go out and I make an income for us. My husband, however, he does. And the hardest thing for him is trying to support us. That's why we do live with my dad still, because we want to pay off what we need to pay off from credit cards and all of that stuff before we try to move out, and because credit cards and all that stuff can get real expensive, so we need to pay that stuff off, and then we'll be able to see what we can afford at that point. And just in general, like knowing what you want to do with your life. Like I have no idea what I want to do when Parker is able to go, because I'm not about to pay for a preschool if it's expensive. Like the preschools that I've looked up are expensive. Just like daycare here is expensive. A babysitter is expensive. So I don't want to make a paycheck and give, them all my money that I could be spending time with my son, instead of letting somebody else spend time with my son and then having to pay them for it. And then my husband wants to change careers. He wants to become a teacher, and be an elementary teacher and teach kids. So he's trying to find out what he wants to do with his life. I think the hardest thing for young people in general is just knowing what they want to do with their lives. I mean, we're not that young compared to like teen moms and stuff. I mean, my husband is about to turn in February on Valentine's Day. He's about to be 25 years old. And he's changing his career to be what he wants to do, like, for the future, instead of being in the military. So I think that's hard. Just, you know, financial situations can be really tough. But then again, being a young mom in itself is tough because you haven't experienced enough in your life. So at some points you feel like you're missing things. Like, I know a lot of my friends and people in general that I knew in high school are pregnant and have babies now, but also a lot of my friends that I used to hang out with, like my 2 best friends, are both not pregnant or have a baby, so they don't exactly understand it. Like, I don't really hang out with them anymore. Like, I see them maybe once a month, which is really, really sad, just because it's such a struggle to bring Parker with someone who, you know, he just doesn't get it. Like, I have to go into a bathroom and breastfeed, and we have to go into the bathroom to change him. Just, you know, you have to stop places and different stuff. So it's a little awkward with friendships. And I know when I'm seeing all my friends like post out that they're like hanging out and all this stuff, and you know, I'm not, because I have a little munchkin who I'm taking care of, who I do not regret at all. But it's just, you know, little things like that. And why did you decide to start a YouTube? I started a YouTube just to document my pregnancy and the rest of Parker's life. I hope to, you know, it's not so much for having subscribers and all of that stuff, which I thank you guys who are subscribed and watch my videos, but it's more so that when I'm, God, I hope I can still watch YouTube when I'm 87 and I want to see Parker's birth video, I can go and watch that. I know a lot of people just make home videos, but I don't want to like store that somewhere, have like a bunch of CDs or anything. So I started a YouTube, and I will document my son's journey and our journey as a family. And, you know, people who are in our family and want to watch, they can watch it on here. They can see what's going on. And then, you know, anyone else who's interested in seeing what's going on with me and Parker and me and Jay and us as general as a family and growing up and all that kind of stuff, can be interested in watching that. How was the first month at home hard with, or was the first month at home hard with Parker? P.S. Love your channel. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. And was the first month hard? Yes, it's still hard. I think the first month is just hard because I haven't been around enough babies to know a whole lot of stuff about babies. Like, I have a half sister. She's a half sister. She's 15 years older than me. Don't remember any point in time with her growing up. Like, I don't remember it. I remember her kids. She has 3 kids. I remember holding them, but you know, that's pretty much all I remember. And like, I remember them being like 5 years old and playing with them, but not so much as a baby. I haven't experienced a lot with babies, so just having a baby in general. Breastfeeding was something you have to get used to. Sleepless nights. We still don't get enough sleep. Parker, you know, it's just hard getting used to things. Like, I am still really grumpy when I don't get enough sleep. Like, he wakes up all the time recently, like all the time. Every 2 hours he'll wake up, and it's not so much him waking up and crying, it's him grunting, and you can tell that he's trying to stay asleep, but trying to like position him, and just, you know, getting used to no sleep, getting used to things not being on your time. Like, I still can't really go to the bathroom when I want to. I want to make sure that he's okay. But during that first month, I would leave, he would cry. So I would have to bring him in the bathroom with me, sit him in a little something. I couldn't take a shower without having to get out. I didn't eat a whole lot. You're supposed to eat like a lot when you first start breastfeeding, but I mean, it was on Parker's time. Everything's on Parker's time. You have to, you know, it's not about you, it's about your baby. So yes, it was difficult, but still at the same time, every time you look at your baby, you're like, this is amazing. Every time he smiles, it's all worth it. All worth it. But yes, it was hard. The next question is, are you thinking of having any other kids? If you do you want a boy or girl? I would like another kid, not right now, but I want a little baby girl. But even if I had another son, that'd be fine. I'm not sure a time frame. Just, not right now, while we're trying to get our beep together. I would like to have another baby, because every time that he does something to like show me that he's growing up, like he's about to start solids, I'm like, you used to be so small, and I just miss that, because every day is like seeing something new, and that's so cool. I hope my battery does not die before this ends. Okay, now let's go to the actual post. What are your new goals for 2018? I don't really have any like actual goals. Like my New Year's resolution was to work out more. But it's been cold and I'm so lazy. But I'm still, I worked out like 3 times last week, so that was good. But I just want to make sure that I make that a priority to take care of my body. So to go on walks, to work out, to try not to eat so much McDonald's, but so just taking care of my body and taking care of Parker is like my number one thing. Getting, when he does get old enough to go to the park, I want to make sure that I don't make an excuse to not go and take him to do something, especially if it's free. Like I want to make sure that he's happy. I want to make sure that he's smiling at me, all of that. And what changed your life these years? Having Parker, being pregnant, being married, finding someone that I love so much. Is your relationship easier or harder now that you have a kid? It's harder. harder. You just don't get alone time, and you have to prioritize things. So my husband doesn't come first, Parker comes first. Just like I don't come first to him, Parker comes first. So there's that, which can be a little frustrating, but we love each other, we love Parker, so that doesn't, it just makes things harder. Like for instance, he's still sleeping in bed with us because he rolls way too much in a crib and he just won't go to sleep. So he's still sleeping in bed with us, and he's 5 months old. So that's 5 months of us not getting alone time, not being able to cuddle in bed because I have to make sure Parker's okay in bed. Like we can't go and see a movie really. We can't go on a date. We've gone on one date since he's been here, and it was for our anniversary of like when he asked me out. So yeah, it makes things like romantic time harder. Just spending like one-on-one time with your husband or your partner or whatever. Do you want to have more kids in the future? Yes, I would like to. We'll see. How is it for you to watch your son grow up, and is it easy taking care of him now that he's bigger? I love watching him grow up, but it also makes you sad because you always look back at the pictures when he was a newborn. Oh God, I don't want to cry. Don't be a whiny butt. But just watching somebody grow up, it's not the same as like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's magical, watching somebody grow up that you created is truly, truly awesome. And how is it easier taking care of him now that he's bigger? Yes and no, just because he wants to be entertained all the time. We're starting to get more of a schedule. I'm starting to take notice of when he needs to nap and stuff like that. it's going to be hard transitioning to a crib and him sleeping alone. I know that's coming. I know that's going to be a struggle. I know that teething is coming. I know that's going to be really, really hard. But it's more fun now that he smiles at you. It's more fun that you can play with him and tickle with him and he laughs. It was he pretty much slept all the time when he was a newborn, so that was easy. He didn't grunt as much. He didn't have like issues pooping. Not that he's not constipated, just, you know, he doesn't grunt as much when he was a newborn. Now he grunts quite often, but he has to be entertained. He has to be doing tummy time. He has to be doing playing with his little like toys that he can play with. He likes to roll literally all over the place. We just got him a baby play yard cage thing and a mat in the living room so that he can roll in that area, because he liked to roll into stuff that he shouldn't be rolling into. So there's that. And then he likes to be in his jumper. He likes to be sitting in his little seat and playing with stuff. It's just, he likes to be more entertained now, which is awesome. And I mean, it is easier, I would say. But like, for some reason he slept more as a newborn than he does now at nighttime, which is not fun. How long have you been married? Again, I will insert a picture like right here of what day we got married. I was looking like a tubby pregnant lady. How long has it been since you had YouTube? I can't remember. Whatever my first video is on here is when I started YouTube. If you could be anything else, what would you be? I'm not really sure. Like, it says example doctor. No, I don't like blood. If I could be an artist and I was like good at that kind of stuff, like being a creative person, like painting or drawing or something, I think I would want to be one of those peoples. I'm not sure specifically if I would want to paint or draw. Probably paint. Or like a musician, if I could sing and play an instrument, that'd be really cool, but I am not talented. So have you become so successful on YouTube so far? I want to start a channel, but because I'm a teen mom, but I'm afraid to. I'm not that successful. But thank you. You just have to start it. You don't need to start it because you want to, you know, have subscribers and make money, because that's not going to happen. I still have yet to make any money from this channel on YouTube. So yeah, if you want to start it because you want to document, you know, life, and you want to start it for not like selfish reasons of you want to make money or you want to have fame or something, then start it. But if that's your mindset, then, you know, don't. But just go ahead and start it if you want to start it. Like, you shouldn't be afraid to. And if people leave you mean comments, then, you know, screw them. They can just, you know, back off or whatever. If you had more kids, blah, 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 girl, and what names would you choose? I'm not sure. I don't know. I would have to, like, deeply think about that. Anything teens should know about pregnancy. It's hard. Don't glorify it. Don't think, you know, because there's teen mom shows and all that kind of stuff. It's not, being pregnant while you're young is not something that should be glorified. It's hard. I mean, we are not teens, and it's still hard. Like, we should have our together, but we don't. So getting pregnant, like, when you want to plan it and like all of that stuff is a good idea. If it happens, it happens, and it's not like you're gonna hate being a mom because it's the most wonderful thing ever. It's just, you know, you have to worry about, like, I mean, he's in the military. We still have to worry about insurance. We have to worry about, I mean, when he's getting out of the military, we have to worry about insurance. You have to worry about paying your OBGYN. You have to worry about the hospital bill. You have to worry about buying baby food. You have to worry about if you're going to breastfeed or formula feed. Formula costs money, but are you going to pump, or are you just going to breastfeed? Or, you know, there's a lot of things that go into having a baby, and you just have to make sure that you know all of that and you're prepared for that. Because you lose sleep, you lose you time. So you have to make sure that you're mentally prepared for that, because otherwise you're gonna cry all the time. You're gonna be depressed, you know. That's just, you don't want to be depressed and have a newborn. That happens. So you just want to make sure that you are prepared as much as you can be. If you could live anywhere in the United States for free, where would it be? I do not know. I don't like where we live. I don't like Panama City. People come here all the time to like go to the beach and stuff, but we don't go to the beach that often. My husband hates the beach, so I would like to live somewhere with snow, but I also don't want to shovel it, and I don't know how to drive in it, so that's a problem. But I would love Parker to grow up and have snow and all that like beautiful stuff around him. But I'm not sure. We're probably not gonna stay in Panama City, but I don't know where we're gonna move. What grade does your son have to be in order to have his own phone? That's a good question. I can't remember. I think I was in like, I had like a little track phone. That was my first phone. It was a little track phone, no camera, no anything. I had minutes. I couldn't text thousands of texts. Like, it was a specific number that I was allowed to text. And I might have been in high school when I got it, like 9th grade, maybe 8th grade. But I was not allowed to have a phone for quite a long time. But I feel like kids nowadays get phones real quick. Like, my sister's kid's in like 5th grade and she has a phone. So I don't know. I don't want to say it depends on what's going on at the time, but it probably does. It probably depends on how advanced everything is, and when other kids are having it, because I don't want him to feel like deprived of something and like go and do something stupid because he doesn't have it, like taking some kid's phone or something. So I don't know. It just kind of depends on what's going on around in that time. Like, I don't want to be like he gets a phone in 1st grade, because no, if it was, you know, based on me, no. But I don't know, like 4th grade to 5th grade, what year that even is. So it depends, you know. And let's see, how many kids would you like? I just want one more. I don't want a whole bundle full of kids. Do you like breastfeeding? Yeah, it's good. You have to have somebody attached to your body very often, but it is something that, you know, you bond over. It's like your baby needs you, and that's always good. What would you ever consider raising a dog, cat? Which do you prefer? We have a doggy. His name is Percy Dog. His name is Perseus, or Percy Dog. But he's a Boston Terrier, and he's really cute, and we love him so much. So I like doggies better, just because you can take them on walks and play fetch with them and take them to little doggy parks. They don't have cat parks, or, you know, and cats leave fur everywhere. But I've had cats, and I've had dogs, and I've had a bunny, and I've had a guinea pig, and I've had a fish. So, but I like dogs. What's your favorite animals? Dog. But I like teacup pigs. They're really cute. Sea otters, or not sea otters, river otters. Those are really adorable. I like dolphins. I hate snakes. Sorry to people who have pet snakes, but I hate them. They freak me out. I'm not a reptile person. No. Again, the children question. Boys or girls? Personally, girls, but Parker's growing on me, so I like little boys. He's adorable, and he's probably going to be way easier than raising a girl. What's your favorite thing to do when you have free time? I don't really have free time. I'm always taking care of Parker. Always. Like right now, my dad's watching him, so during the times, I could just hear him yell. During the times that my dad is watching him, I'm just watching TV. Like, yeah. I don't let someone watch Parker to go out and do something. That's just, I brought Parker in this world. I'm not gonna make somebody else watch him to go and have a party or go to have, like, you know, do something. How old were you when you had your first baby? I was 21 years old. When I found out I was pregnant, I was 20 years old. At what age did your baby start sleeping through the night? He still doesn't sleep through the night. He was sleeping like 5 hours when he was like 2 months old, but now that he's 5 months old, he wakes up like every 2 hours. So those were the questions for the Q&A. So thank you guys for asking me questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. So bye. Thanks for watching.